I've always brushed off those scary stories based on a true story as nothing more than urban myths, but my real horror story, a true scary story that played out on a dark highway one night, became the real-life scary story that taught me why some warnings stick around, even if they weren't quite the 3 a.m. horror experience people expect. It was late, past midnight, on a 2-lane rural highway cutting through empty farmland. I'd been driving for hours, heading back from visiting family, radio off, windows cracked for fresh air. The road was deserted, no taillights ahead, no headlights behind, just my beams slicing through the blackness. Then, approaching from the opposite direction, a car with no lights on at all, pitch black silhouette against the night. Instinct kicked in. I flashed my high beams once. Quick courtesy to say, "Hey, your lights are off." The car didn't react, just kept coming straight. I flashed again, longer this time. Still nothing. As it passed, I caught a glimpse, 2 figures in front, faces turned my way, staring. I shook it off, kept driving. But in the rear view, their taillights suddenly flared red. They'd turned around. No signal. Just a sharp U-turn in the middle of the empty road. My pulse picked up. Maybe they realized their mistake, I thought. But they accelerated hard, closing the gap fast. I sped up a little. They matched me. I glanced back, their high beams now on full, blinding in the mirror. They flashed them once, deliberately. Then again. Not a warning, more like a response. A taunt. The highway stretched straight for miles. No exits, no side roads. I gripped the wheel tighter, foot pressing the gas. They stayed right on my tail. Close enough I could see the outline of the driver leaning forward. No honking, no gestures, just silent pursuit. I tried slowing down, hoping they'd pass. They slowed too, maintaining distance. Like they were playing. My phone had 1 bar. Tried calling a friend. Signal dropped. Tried 911. Static. Heart hammering now. Up ahead. A faint glow. An old gas station. Lights on. Maybe open. I aimed for it, signaling early. They flashed their beams again. 3 quick bursts. Mocking. I pulled into the lot, tires crunching gravel, parked under the bright canopy. The pursuing car slowed but didn't stop, cruised past slowly, windows down, faces turned toward me. One raised a hand, not waving, pointing. I stayed in the car, doors locked, engine running. Watched them disappear down the road. Minutes passed. Nothing. I finally got out, went inside. The clerk, older guy, looked up from his phone. "You okay?" I explained. "Car with no lights." I flashed. They turned around, chased. He nodded slowly. "Seen that before. Kids messing around, probably. Or worse." He let me use the landline. Called a buddy who lived nearby. Said he'd come get me. We'd leave my car till morning. While waiting, I paced near the window. Headlights appeared far off. Same direction they'd gone. Same car. Hard to tell. They approached slow, then sped up, blasting past without stopping. But as they did, their high beams flashed once more. Long. Deliberate. My friend arrived. We drove off together. He laughed it off as road idiots. But later, at his place, safe, I checked online forums about the area. Threads popped up, people warning, "Don't flash your lights at night on this highway." Stories of cars with lights off, drivers flashing back. Then following, one post mentioned a group using it as a game. Spot someone helpful, tail them, see how far the fear goes. Sometimes they just scare, sometimes more. Weeks later, local news, 2 young men arrested for harassing drivers on that stretch. They'd drive dark, wait for someone to signal, then pursue, filming reactions for online shares. No weapons mentioned, but one victim had reported feeling genuinely threatened, fearing for their life during the chase. The twist. Police released dashcam from one of their cars. Timestamp matched my night. In the footage, as they passed the gas station, the passenger laughed, said, "That one flashed twice. Good sport." Then the driver, "Next time, we make it interesting." They weren't just playing, they were escalating, waiting for the right reaction to push further. I still drive that highway sometimes. Always check my mirrors. And I never flash my lights anymore, not even once.